He got up there. He didn't quite get out as far as he wanted to, but still driving strong and tripped the 4-pin. Danny's got 6 in a row. He's been locked in. Got a great break on the last shot. Right down the lanes here, we've got a secondary Kojiko camera person. It's his sister Debbie Aqua. She's filming every frame of this, just in case. Always want to have this down.
All eyes on Aqua.
Good buddy Gary Hooper still watching here.
We're in 7. Talk with the approach.
He's got it in the right spot. Nice shot.
And he gets it down. That's 7 in a row for Dan Aqua.
Crowd's starting to get a little bit excited here. We got a good string going.
It's a good game.
Our last game, Darren Alexander had the first 6 and then came back with that split. Danny has gotten past that hurdle. We got the first 7 here. We're trying to recreate a little history and at the same time start a new history with the first victory for Danny Aqua in the Molson Masters tournament. I know that's one thing that Mom and Dad will be very proud of. Wife Wendy will be very proud of. Sister Debbie down there, adding his name to that collection of great bowlers, right where his name belongs.
The 8th frame for Aqua. He got it.
Oh. The applause get a little bit louder. Dad stood up there for a high 5 with Danny on that ball.
Darren Alexander still bowling very well.
It's one of the hard things, especially Darren Alexander is not bowling bad. My God, he just bowled a 278 game. He's going back and forth with strike spares here. He strikes out this game. He shoots 240. 240. Well, to be fair to Darren Alexander, that's his average, Mike.
Yes.
But, you know, he strikes out here a 240 game. That's great bowling. That means he'll come back. He'll bowl 278, 240 on TV, and be the runner-up for the Molson's championship.
Nick Stein said it. He wanted higher scores for this event.
Oh!
Couldn't get that 7-pin.
That lane 10 is just not allowing it this game for him. So that's 9 counts, that's 3 of them. He left 2 10-pins and now a 7-pin. He came in light. He wanted to change the trajectory of the ball a little bit. He wanted to get a little different action on the ball, and he did. And he didn't catch the break that he needed.
Well, if he picks this up, he is on his way to a Dutch 200, but you gotta get the pin and he does.
There he goes. That's the new style. A lot of the young bowlers today make their 7-pins like that by moving over to the left side of the lane, going straight at it. Whereas when I was taught in junior, a long time ago, Mike, we used to go across the lane. We'd shoot across at that pin, just like the 10-pin. But I watched a lot of young bowlers, power bowlers especially, throw that ball hard and straight. I'm really hoping for a strike here. I'd love to see the Dutch 200 if he doesn't win. That's a hard thing to bowl. Well, I jinxed that too, Mike. So
that's all right.
That's right.
That's all right.
Well, the one thing we know is we have a new Molson's champion. There's nothing to be ashamed of for Darren Alexander. A great run. Last year's champion. This year, making it all the way into the final match again. And bowling a 278 game to reach those finals.
In a game, this has been a lot of storylines going down here at the Rose Bowl. Obviously, the big comeback from Gary Hooper Jr. against Big Rob.
Brad Walton, or Robbie G, that's
Robbie
right.
G, yeah.
You know, Robbie G getting that bad break and missing in the 9th frame. Gary coming back and winning with 2 Brooklyns in the 10th frame. The next game, watching Darren come out bowl a 278 game. 1 mishap on the way to 300. This time here, we got Danny Aqua taking his time, making sure he's focused. He's always prepared. The one thing about Danny, you'll watch him while we're bowling in leagues, he's always writing things down. I'm standing on this board, I'm going to throw it over this board. He's so calculated and so precise in what he wants to do.
Let's see if his calculations are correct here in the 9th frame.
On this lane here, he has been locked in on lane 10. He's been throwing the ball in the same spot every time. His father's up, Gary's up right behind me here.
Dan Aqua.
Slide.
Oh! Well,
we got it in.
we're not going to see a repeat of Dan Aqua, that's for
No
sure.
Donnie Ouchers today.
Donnie Oucher, yep.
Who we see in the house, and Donnie Oucher sitting 2 lanes down to the right of me. And I know that Donnie, who was great friends with Danny, was hoping he was going to throw that 300 game. We all were. He didn't get that ball out to the boards he wanted to. He got it in just a little bit. Any little break that we could have got that 4-pin to trip out of there. But now make your spare and come back with 3 strikes to end it on a high note, Danny, and take your championship. Well deserved, my friend.
Absolutely. So that's pretty much it then. It's
The most that Darren Alexander can bowl at this point is a 209 game.
and
Danny's
Aqua
already
had a 209 in the 7th frame.
He's already got 230.
All right.
The one thing he can do today, though, Danny Aqua can throw 3 strikes to finish with a 279, Mike.
Which would be the highest score that we've seen today.
That's right.
Right now, that highest score is from Darren Alexander's semifinal game against Gary Hooper Jr. As we see right here in the score. And great job by everybody in the truck here at TV Kojiko. Camera people, all the crew, make this possible, make the 61st annual Molson Masters Classic come to your television sets. Danny Aqua, a little bit longer.
There he goes. He knows. A guy of Danny's stature, he knows. He will throw 3 strikes here. And even though he's bowling 279, which is an unbelievable game, a little bit in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I could have done it. I could have been that next guy. But he's going to walk away with the championship. He's going to walk away with $2,000. Darren Alexander's going to leave with $1,200. That's a great day for him, too.
Not a bad second place, I was about to say. $1,200 is always useful.
And what a great thing to see. Right in front of me, I've got Gary Hooper giving his daughter, Devin, Danny's daughter, Devin, a big hug. 268 is the number, 269.
Well, I'm pretty sure the high score will be, the feeling of not having the high score will be negated by the championship.
I think so too. A lot of people today, really feel good for him. This is something he's been wanting to happen for a long time. There he goes. There's his sister Debbie down there, giving him a big hug. Dad waiting in line right behind Debbie, finally.
Always nice to see, look at that.
That's right. There's his daughter Devin getting a big hug from him. And there's the ball Darren needed to throw. There, right when he put it on the lane, you saw it. That was the shot.
And you know what? What a tournament from Darren Alexander.
Oh, the guy
First in Group A.
comes out strong, defending champion. You know what? Even to get back to the finals for a second year, that's unbelievable. As I said, I sung his praises earlier. This guy is so good. He's got a chance to be, a pro bowler from here. Having a little fun now with the crowd. He knows. Enjoy this. This is a face everyone's going to get used to. You're going to see this guy over and over.
And he got it. Crowd having some fun with
Yes.
Alexander.
Cheering for him. Oh, what a good feeling I have for the Aqua family down here. Daughter Devin has tears in her eyes. Son Bryce, biggest smile on his face. They feel so good for him.
Absolutely. And why not? You join a long list of greats like Gary Hooper Jr., like Todd Sim, Andy Garlotti, Darren Alexander. Guys who have won this championship and have really put bowling or kept that mantra of great Windsorites, great Windsor bowlers.
What a great shot you got on the camera right there.
Absolutely.
Congratulations to the truck, because you're seeing all these bowlers who one person just won, but they're all congratulating each other. They all feel good about the fact that this guy finally got his championship. There's not a person in this house that's going home bitter. They're going home happy for him. And another great day of bowling here on Kojiko Cable. What a great experience. I'm so happy to be a part of it, Mike, and I hope our first experience together is not our last, because it was a great time today.
Yes, absolutely. It's been such a great great day for bowling here at the Rose Bowl, and we are going to send it down to Nick Stein for championship presentation.
Okay, while everybody's doing a bunch of hugs and kisses and all that stuff, and before I give some money out, I've been talking with the Bolero all day, but I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the job the people at the Rose Bowl did. Outstanding. Outstanding in a transition to host this tournament. It's not easy. It's not easy. To host a tournament of this magnitude, to change everything and come in here. Thank you very much to the Rose Bowl staff. I said last year this young man's going to be on TV more than once. I was right. Now he can add this to his resume, although he doesn't like adding a runner-up to his resume, I'm sure. But great tournament. He was wired. He's still doing the cover of GQ. Let's go. Your runner-up for 2016, Darren Alexander. Now let me get back to the Bolero for a second. I was nice enough to Aaron to show up to hand out the seniors prize. And now probably one of the longest tenured employees at the Bolero before it was Rebs is going to hand out the trophy and the prize to this year's champion. Got to ask Steve Wall Sr. to come up. Now before Steve gives the trophy and the money out to this young man, who's not that young anymore, his mom and dad are sitting over here, and I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive, this is the 61st. She had 3 years for, so that's, do the math, 64. His dad's 84. So either his dad or his uncle, or one of his uncles, bowled in the first tournament when it was at the Palace. I'm positive of that. So has there been a family that supported this tournament more? I don't know, Danny bowls like, there's 8 qualifying squads, he bowls at 9. So, I mean, it's been a long time coming. Well deserved. Your 2016 champion, Dan Aquila. Thanks, Steve. Well, buddy, what did I say at the beginning?
I think you picked me.
Well, that's a whole other issue. If I picked you, I'd be taking some money out of an envelope.
Nope.
I said, are you ready to be called a Molson champion?
Yep.
Because you are a Molson champion.
Thank you so much, and I wanted this one for my mom and my dad and my whole family to see me. Thanks.
All right, congratulations. 2016 champion. Let me throw it back to the booth. It's been a great tournament. Thank you very much.
It's been a great tournament. So Nick Stein, he's emotional. Dan Aquila, emotional. Joel, I mean, we saw the greats. We saw Gary Hooper Jr. We saw, a not so young Rob Giramonte, but still a lot to offer. Darren Alexander. What a phenomenal bowler, and of course the champion Dan Aquila.
And I really like the fact that we did not get the high scores in the senior division today on TV, but which normally is the case. Normally the seniors put up the higher scores than the open division, but today in the open division we put up some high scores,
yes,
a 278, a 269, a 230, and even Gary Hooper winning. We had 2.